Side, there's some cabinets up above the bench seat. Another oxygen outlet in case you got a patient on the bench seat. There's a IV drawer, which is really cool. So if you're sitting on the bench seat, starting a line, you can put your Tegaderm, your needles, your tourniquets, all that stuff right there. And the patient's arm would be right there. There's space under the bench seat for your traction splint, Staker splint, hair splint, extra blankets, whatever you want to put under there. And that's pretty much this. This particular seat's pretty torn up. Someone may have had a pocket knife in their back pocket. That's usually how this stuff gets started. Some guy's sliding in and out with a knife in his back pocket. There's a child seat integrated into the jump seat there. This seat also has a knob, so if you want to swivel the chair around, if you've got, a ride-along or a third rider that's getting sick sitting backwards, they can sit forward, look out the windshield. So let's get into the stuff on the action wall. So we've got your patient heat and AC switch. You probably heard it come on. That's on high. That's coming out nice and cold. And so what regulates hot or cold is the thermostat. This is the thermostat right there. You just turn the knob, for heat, for warm, for cold, whatever you want. There's 3 fan speed settings. So there's high, medium, and low. So there's that. The dome switch, the lights for the dome switch, you can put them on low, or high. Those all work. All the bulbs are good on all those. Next over is the oxygen switch. Now here's the deal with oxygen. It has an emergency bypass. That knob came off. I've got an extra one. I'll put one on there. Basically, there's a solenoid in there. So if you want, you don't have to operate it this way. If you want the oxygen to flow, you just hit the oxygen, and then bam, it's going. Then it starts flowing. The solenoid's triggered, and it allows the oxygen to flow through. The reason why it's set up like that is, if you have a leak somewhere in the system, overnight you can lose a lot of your oxygen just from a leak in one of the connections in the O2 manifold, somewhere along the line. This prevents that. So it's a short run. It's about 2.5 feet from the tank to this, and then from this it goes over to that outlet and the other two. And sometimes the seals on these things aren't that great, and there'll be a little bit of a leak. So it serves that purpose. The other purpose is if you ever get in an accident and your O2 system is compromised, the line is severed. It actually happened to me in 1996. We were in a T-bone accident. I was in the back, and we had this system. I was able to turn off the flow of oxygen to the back, because that's a huge fire hazard. So there's that. Exhaust fan. So if you've got a patient that stinks, maybe something bad happened, they messed their pants, you can suck out the fumes. That's a great feature. Suction. Alright, so then we got suction here, you can see that. So over here, I'm just going to go ahead and put my thumb over. You can see that works great. And then obviously this would be connected to that, and then you'd have a tube coming off of your canister. But I'm just showing you that the suction motor works. So there's that. My favorite feature, automatic door locks. So if you look at that black knob, and it works on the back doors. It works for all the exterior compartment doors. So you can lock everything. You got some crazy family member trying to get in the back doors, you can lock them out. You got a psychiatric patient or someone that's altered trying to get out of the ambulance, bam, you lock them in. So that is a great feature. Let's see what else we got here. The blood pressure cuff. It naturally needs a cuff on it. You see, there's the end of it. It needs a cuff, but you probably have 500 of those. That's about everything. There's 3 IV hooks. There's one over there. There's one over there. There's one over the bench seat. That's pretty much everything for this rig. I'm going to go ahead and take this suction regulator off, and then we'll go ahead and go into the other ambulance. And let's go look at that one. Alright. Probably looks very familiar. Same exact setup. Same color scheme. Let me just plug this guy in. Alright. So you can see, I'm just going to kind of skip over this real quick because we already went over everything in detail in the other one. Same setup. Everything's, except this jump seat's in perfect condition. Not a scratch on it. Looks like new. And then the bench seat is like new too. There's no frays or anything on that upholstery on the back or the seat. And that's that. So let's get into the important stuff. Oh, this is what that knob looks like. I have an extra one. I'll put it on that other the other one that's missing it. All right, so that's our patient heat and AC. And it's currently on high. So that's high, and then we can go medium, and then low. Oh yeah, and let me just point out, on both of these are blanks. The radio's mounted there, so instead of having 2 holes, there's just some aluminum blanks that you can unscrew if you want to install radios in there for base station contact or dispatch or whatever, however you know your system's set up. So then we got the left and right dome light switches, and there's low, high, low, off, high. The oxygen button, which will flow the oxygen. The exhaust fan, suck out the smell for both of these areas there. The suction, which is right there, and you look there, boom. That's really strong. It is missing the suction canister, but that's pretty inexpensive, and I'm sure if you're an ambulance company or a fire department, you probably have several of those laying around. And then the door locks. My favorite feature. So there's that. Let's go ahead and look in the cab on both of these guys.